Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Sunday, June 29th, 2025. And I'm here to do a collective read for you. Already it's the end of the month. It's going by so quickly. Hopefully you're enjoying your time, even though it's going by quickly. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so very, very much. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. We're going to do this really quick. You can switch the genders, the roles. It's a timeless read. That's not a problem. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment when you're listening to these general collective readings. Okay, it's not a personal one. These readings involve a lot of different energies, different people. So you only take what applies, okay? The whole reading might not resonate. Certain parts might not. That's fine. Leave them alone. That just belongs to somebody else. That's all it means, okay? Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Let's see where we're going to go with this reading. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with them, please? What is the message at this hour? Joint evolution. You might be doing something. Joining a team, joining someone, working together, common goal. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. That's wonderful. It's overarching energy. Finding that you have a lot in common with maybe a group or other person. Quiet contentment. That's the underlying energy. So far, so good. Simple companionship brings you peace and satisfaction. So you're finding some friends, some people that have like minds, passions, situations, I don't know, lifestyles. It doesn't have to be the same lifestyles. It could be different lifestyles, but you're learning from one another. It's beautiful. Oh, somebody has attachment issues. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. That could be you or them, okay? Yeah, you have a supportive circle. You will encounter people who truly care and support you. You may have doubts surfacing about these people or this person. Or take it for whatever it is. Maybe you come from a place where all there were attachments in the past, codependency issues and controlling issues, right? Whether, doesn't matter what kind of relationship, friendship, whatever. But now you have doubts are surfacing. Someone's trust in you is starting to waver, or your trust is starting to waver in someone else. I mean, you could have thought you were part of a group or a friend circle or a job opportunity or family even, that you could trust them and you had a lot in common, but attachment issues are surfacing, or they did. It could be past, present, or future. There's doubts here. Either someone's doubting you or you're doubting them. Someone's giving you the cold shoulder, or you or them. There's unexpected news coming. Somebody's motives have been unmasked. Some people's true motives begin to surface. So it's going to be a surprise or shock. Now you're thinking loyal or not, right? Someone's testing your loyalty, pushing the boundaries. Someone may be testing your limits, or you them. You have to be honest, right? If you're doing stuff like this, you don't have to tell the world, but admit it to yourself. Doing that is the first step to healing and changing things. Learning to forgive yourself for the stuff you've done and said. I was just having a little moment there in prayer about that. Learning to forgive ourselves and not do it again, to learn from it and grow. Toxic people, addictions, bad advice, and wrong crowd. So you found yourself in a wrong crowd. This could be the past. You're going to find yourself going into the right crowd now, but you have doubts. Maybe you're still having reservations because of, the lingering what's the word I'm looking for? The lingering effects of being lied to or used, right? Or being in the wrong place with the wrong people. It hurting, crying, depressed, pain, and sorrow. A lot of fighting maybe could be going on now, or it did, past, present, future. Trust issues, one-sided detachment. It's a push and pull. If it's a relationship of any kind, it's struggle. Who needs that? Power struggles, imbalance, and stubborn. There's something to do with your ex. So it could be relationship, romance. Doesn't have to be. An ex could be involved. Or ex-friend. Unfaithful, love triangle, ex in question. So can I trust them? I don't know. This hurt too much. Maybe somebody wants to make a reappearance in your life. We'll see which way it goes. I can't tell you what to do, but I definitely want to help whoever is out there going through this make the right decision for themselves, okay? If you're taking people back into your life because, I'm going to give you an example. Maybe you can't pay the rent and they're living with you and you got to take them back. It's necessity. You don't want to be alone. Any kind of reasons you're taking them back. Or their family, and, that's what family do. Just, really look at your reasons for wanting them back in your life. If it's because of a reason, codependency and or a control issue, or just not wanting to be alone, you might want to work on that and address that, okay? Because those might seem like a good idea or a good reason right now, especially right now if you can't pay your rent or you don't want to be alone. But are they good enough? They're not, in my opinion. And I'm not a doctor or therapist. I just know you're not going to be happy, okay? It's not going to bring you any happiness. Joint evolution. It's just manipulation and codependency. Toxic people. Addictions could be any kind of addiction, by the way. Yeah, it's over. Farewells leave behind enclosure. They hurt. It doesn't matter how it ends. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship. It always hurts. It's sad after, especially if you built some memories together. Obscurity. Secrets, mysteries, and concealing. Somebody was concealing something. That they were lusting after others. Forbidden, non-committal sexual energy. There's confessions. Definitely sounds like exes. Confessions. Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Return. Second chance, opportunity, making amends. So somebody wants to come back. Please use your intuition. Okay? Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Chemistry. They could be sending you love and lust spells or come to me spells or just projecting onto you. Trying to get into your energy. Attraction, spark, and passion. You might be feeling conflicted or somebody else's decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Somebody is spying on you, by the way. Social network, information, and ways. So if you keep, if a certain ex's name or face keeps popping up in your mind, just out of the blue, it could be a long time you haven't seen this person. You don't know why. You kind of feel them around. Maybe you're online. You're like, ooh, that reminds me of this person. Well, chances are that person is watching you somehow, some way online, if you are online, or maybe in your own neighborhood, walking around doing whatever you do. So, yeah, they potentially are trying to play with your energy, trying to get your attention, trying to get you to, I don't know, come to them. Maybe it's a pride issue as well. Or maybe they've done so much damage that they know they can't come knocking at your door. They'd much rather you come knocking on theirs. Joint evolution, toxic people, finality. The mask is off. Empty room, no people, the end, opportunity. So somebody's finding themselves on their own. You or them or both. I mean, hopefully if you are alone, you take this alone time to heal, to do what you're passionate about, to find yourself. You're not being restricted by somebody else's wants and needs, codependency issues. So live it up. Do what you couldn't do, wanted to do. Go outside the box, do something outside your norm. Go to a museum, go to a concert on your own. Try that restaurant you've always wanted to go to, but we're afraid to go alone. Stuff like that. Stand firm. It's coming out a couple times. Wide awake, clean, and decisive. Move your furniture around. Get rid of stuff that they had you can stand. You know what I mean? Start doing you. So it's sunset. Something's ended. It's the end of this. Lost loved one, memories, elder, nightfall. Let's shuffle this some more. A lot of the same cards are coming out. What else can you give us for this opener, please, Spirit? So you're standing firm. You'd rather be in an empty room than in an empty relationship. That's what I just heard. Congratulations. You know that you are attracting the right people. Okay, you just got to get rid of the ones that aren't right for you. Chew. Deep thinking, remember, solve puzzles and code word. So somebody's mulling this over, you or them. Something was taboo. Limit, crime, forbidden love, and curiosity. To place that where it belongs. They want to reconcile. They're curious. They want to know if they can reconcile with you. Could have been crime committed here. You've passed the limit here. They went over the line. So reconcile, repair, cure, understanding, and concession. You have a lot of talent, or they do. Born with features and personality. They have a lot of talent for being a snake, obviously. Lie, poison, and fertility. And that's why you guys broke up. Walking away, separation, and end. Mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusion. So they're wondering what you're doing, who you're doing it with. Or maybe for all this time you were wondering. Because you knew they were cheating. I've been in that situation. You know they're cheating on you. You know they're using you. They're mistreating you. They don't give a shit. You don't know the nitty gritty. You don't know what the who and, you know, how they're doing it, whatever. You just know. And then after the breakup, it kind of gets to you because you keep thinking about it. But then you realize, well, for me anyways, I realized I don't need to know that. I got my closure the minute they treated me this way. The minute I found all kinds of women on their phone and pictures with them bent over showing their what they had for breakfast. Yeah. You know what I mean? That was closure enough. Maybe that's what you're going to come to that conclusion as well. It takes a while to catch up, right? To do what's right for ourselves. These people have a knack of making us feel better, feel bad. Oh, you know, it was a mistake. I love you. I realized, you know, through this breakup how much I loved you. Please come back. I never want to live without you. Okay, whatever. Nothing's solved. Nothing's changed. They get more secretive. They go right back to doing what they're doing, if they ever stopped. So I'm just talking about cheaters, right? So joint evolution, toxic people. You're standing in your power. You go your own way, male or female. Finality, an empty room. Remember, the genders, it doesn't really matter. So place the genders where it belongs. That's just the energy. We have both masculine and feminine within each and every one of us, okay? And depending on what's going on in our world, we lean more to the right or to the left. You know what I'm saying? It's just like dark and light. Depending on what's going on in our lives, sometimes we have to tap into the shadow side for protection, to speak our minds, to stand strong. I don't recommend getting into our shadow side constantly to hurt, because you're going to wind up hurting others and yourself at the end. But keep it balanced, please. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, somebody's insecure. They're feeling very insecure. Letting go, releasing. They may want to open up to you, but yeah, they can't hold back. They don't want to hold back from you anymore. Or you don't want people holding back from you any longer. Very unstable, maybe. Yeah, you healed your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. You've healed your heart. You're no longer heartbroken over this. This is the overarching energy. They could have been talking a lot of shit about you. You know what I'm saying? They may want forgiveness now. They see your value. They see your worth. You see your own value and worth. They took advantage of you. They were ungrateful and disrespectful. They think they still have an opportunity with you. It's an opportunist you're dealing with. This is a golden opportunity. You're a blessing to this person, but they are karmic. They could have chose a karmic over you. Somebody that's... And when I say karmic, we're all karmic here and there in our lives, okay? The trick is not to stay there. It's to elevate and learn our lessons. Karmic means learning lessons. It's somebody that's going to teach you a lesson. This is a lesson. This was an opportunity to grow from, learn a lesson. Obviously, this person is an opportunist. They go where the money is, the clout, the attention. You're stable and secure. They could value money over, you know, harmony, love. It was all a one-sided deal. They made the wrong choice, didn't use their higher wisdom, and there's consequences to this. There's no harmony or contentment here. You're on your own. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. Minding your own business. You're building your garden, rebuilding possibly, you know. Very celibate, chaste. You have respectability. You respect yourself. Obviously, this is pre-empress, right? Male or female, doesn't matter. You're in your garden, getting ready to harvest. Nine of Pentacles. You don't mind being alone. Maybe you were afraid at one point, but once you taste that, but for me, yeah, once I tasted that freedom, I was like, I want that. I don't want to give it up. Where are we going with this? Page of Wands. There's no communication. Bad news. Somebody lied, they threw rocks and hit hands. They're very juvenile or I don't know. They always need outside validation. They want to live their life as if they're single, but they want to be in a relationship. And whatever relationship this person finds themselves in, it will be karmic because they're not willing to change. They haven't changed. They're not willing to put the work in. They're not willing to love themselves enough to put that respect on their name. You know what I'm saying? There's no communication. It's bad news. Somebody feels entitled. They're a drama starter. Yeah. There you go. It's a partnership. It's a soulmate connection. They had multiple options. There you go. So they probably have a lot on a few on a string, telling them all, well, we're soulmates. I love you. Getting something out of it, right? They have multiple options. Now they're really worried because maybe you found out, or you did. I think you did, or you will. They can't look at themselves in the mirror. This is a compact that she's sitting in, a makeup compact, right? So I'm picking up they go to whomever is the most appealing looking, just to get up. Like it's an ego thing, maybe male or female, doesn't matter. They have to have certain people on their arm so they can show off in front of their friends or out in public. Look at me, and you know what I mean? Yeah, this was an injustice and imbalance here. It wasn't fair how they treated you. They betrayed you, or they got betrayed. This could be happening to them now. Getting a little taste of their treatment, how they treat others. They treated you very unfairly. They can't look at themselves. They're really stressed. There could be some sort of element of criminality here. I don't know what's going on. They did something wrong maybe, and they need your help. They're in trouble. Maybe they got caught cheating with somebody or on someone, and they got into a fight and there was an arrest. I don't know. Could be threats, could be anything. Maybe they did something to you behind your back. I don't know. Or in front of you. Where are we going? This is a harsh and painful end for whomever this is. It could be a pregnancy, a mother, a mature woman. It could be a divine feminine energy, male or female. You remained, even though they betrayed you and treated you horribly, it was all one-sided here, unbalanced. You remained balanced. You remained grounded, loving yourself. This is unconditional love. Is it a baby? Yeah, it could be a baby. They wound up making babies somewhere. It's a Page of Cups in the upright. Somebody lied about being pregnant. Or you used your intuition. You started something new. They could have been flirting with other people online. But if this is a divine feminine energy, male or female, you have a great deal of love to give, especially to yourself. Because you've now elevated to the point of divine feminine, or empress, I should say. You've got some experience behind you. You're not going to be dealing with this. If this is you, male or female, you're exhausted. I'm not doing this anymore. Going through the ringer all the time, having to fucking sacrifice. This is a card of sacrifice, right? If it's in the reverse as well. But you give so much of yourself. You're not giving anymore. Not in that way any longer. You know what I mean? I did that for years, my whole life almost. Forgiving. People mistreated me. I forgave them. I thought that's what you had to do. Turn the other cheek, right? Not realizing I had to love myself first. It had to be an equal give and take. Somebody's having delusions. They're hoping, they're praying. We're having sex with a lot of people, a lot of passionate sex. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wants to come and take some sort of action towards you. They're delusional that they can hold on to you and hold on to all of these others. Lying, cheating, and or stealing. You had to take action here. You're the one that got away. Maybe they're finding out you are this Empress energy, divine feminine energy, and all their luck and good stuff happening was because of you, your energy. There could have been some sort of confrontation. Something was that. Somebody took some sort of action. And what are you going to do? It could have been a fight of some sort, right? Maybe it got a little hairy, had to call the police. I don't know. But you're just done. Emotionally, mentally. I was going to say that. Call the police, Chariot, the authorities. You moved on. You radically accepted it for what it is. You're the one that got away. And they're trying to figure out or strategize, finagle a way to come back towards you. You're moved on. You're not looking back. This is victory here. Two of Wands. Yeah, they could be watching you from afar. They maybe want to come towards you. You made your decision. They chose their lot in life. They chose the path they were going to take. And that, in turn, forced you to make the right decision and pick the right path for you. They could be watching you from afar. Yeah, you're standing on your power. You're standing in your power. You go your own way, male or female. You're unafraid. You found your confidence, and you're bold. You're attracting right now, and they're watching you do this. Or this could be a mistress of some sort in the upright that didn't know they were part of a breaking up a marriage or a commitment. I say mistress in the upright because the Queen of Wands can be viewed as that. In the upright is typically somebody that I didn't know that somebody was married. They didn't go out of their way to on purpose to hurt another. But I'm pretty sure it's you. You're standing in your power. You go your own way. You're creating something new, a new life. King of Swords. Yeah, somebody lied. Male or female. Could be a narcissist. Doesn't have to be, but this is somebody that lied. They're abusive. They're only out to get for what they want. They're abusive. They're cold, calculating, and cruel, giving their cup of love to everybody, or they lied about this person. They're just my friend. You know what I'm saying? They want to come towards you, give you a cup of love, or maybe want to remain friends no matter what, but they're getting something out of it even if you remain friends. This person has no empathy, no feelings. It's what they want, okay? They want to get what they want what they want, and you deal with it. That's what I'm picking up. It could be a narcissist. You know, they don't have any empathy or compassion. They're hiding and cloaking the fact that they're giving their cup of love to everybody. You were unaware, Two of Swords. Somebody's indecisive, or maybe that's what they're going to say. I was indecisive. I didn't know what I wanted in life. But yeah, they're going to fucking yank your chain and waste your time, right? Break your heart because they're indecisive. Doesn't make sense. You're ignoring them. You're at peace. You don't want to hear it. They could be acting like a victim. They don't see what's coming. There's mental conflict, a stalemate. So someone's in denial. Yeah, blocked from coming back towards you. Not coming back towards. They want to come back, but they don't know what to do, or they've been blocked from coming towards you. Yeah, you're standing your ground. You're divinely protected. You're good. Yeah, you're not fighting with this person anymore. You're not competing. You're not fighting. This person's a poser, a player. They're combative. They're argumentative. So maybe there was an incident of DV or threats, and the police had to get involved. Somebody's very defensive. The minute you mention that they cheated on you, they start freaking out. I did not. Blah, 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 blah. It's all in your head. You're crazy. That kind of thing, right? They feel entitled. They think their shit don't stink. There's a fall from grace, okay? They're smug, full of themselves, selfish, know-it-all, and show-off. They just don't want you having wish fulfillment or being seen as wish fulfillment. It's a fall from grace. Partying all the time. They want to come back in. Nostalgic memories, or this is happening now. In the past, something to do with children here. If they got somebody else pregnant and you found out, that's not nice, is it? Let them deal with it. It's not your problem, nor is it the child's problem. Three of Wands, they don't want to let go. It doesn't serve. They're non-committal, but don't want to be alone. They just wanted you waiting, sitting on a shelf. No future. No, they don't want you to move on. It's their ego, I think. How dare anybody move on from me? They're not prepared for something. You didn't foresee something. I don't know. They were juggling. Third parties. Maybe you didn't foresee it. They don't want to let go of their juggling and their third parties. That's what it is. Or their friends or their party scene. You don't want to let go? Okay, fine. This is not much of a life. I don't see a future here. So you left. Terminated. 9 of Cups. Lost their position in your life. There we go. There's a gold digger and a cloud chaser for sure. Corrupt, money motivated, lazy, jealous, codependent, big time. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. Could be involved in get rich quick schemes. Somebody's bad with money. They go where the money and the cloud is, male or female. They're a bully and a tyrant, okay? Yeah, in their ego, wanting power and control. Possibly lustful. It sounds like they're lustful. Wanting power and control. What's the strength card here? Somebody that wants to dominate everybody's lives, dictate. That's what I'm picking up. Yep, they're losing long term. This is a person that's not long term, okay? They have no money. They lost a lot of money. They cost you a lot of money. It's family discord. No long-term stability. It's always short-term because it's lustful, right? Yeah, they don't want to put the work in. They're lazy. 8 of Pentacles. They don't work maybe. I don't know. No discipline. So this isn't working out for you. So what did you do? You put up some boundaries here. They don't want you putting up boundaries because they have no discipline. You overcame, persevered. You're done. This is exhausting for you. There's a lot of emotional wounding. They're always combative and very defensive whenever you approach the subject of how they hurt you and what they're doing that's not sitting well with you. Your guard is up. Yeah, you're moved on. Change. Spirit plucked you out of rough waters, brought you to calm waters. They're blocked from coming back towards you to meet you in calm waters. Yeah, divorce or separation. So you're following through with a divorce or separation. This person doesn't value traditional relationships, and that's fine. But don't sucker people into relationships if you don't want one, right? 6 of Wands. Exposed, public humiliation. This is not a victory. Nothing to brag about. So now they have nothing to brag about. I don't know. They don't want you to be seen in public, or they're hiding. Could be on the down low. Yeah, there we go. Devil in reverse. You're detaching, or you're not toxic. You don't want this around. They can't bind you. It's non-binding. You peeped their game. You saw through the illusions. You broke free about this marriage, this commitment, this whatever this is, stability, having a stable relationship. Or they could have gotten married in the past, or somebody suckered you into this marriage because of a child and you're not the father, okay, for some of you. But somebody wants power and control. That's all it is. Bending to public pressure. It's about their image and how they appear in front of people as a tyrant and a bully. Egotistical, prideful, arrogant. Distorted. Everything's distorted, manipulated. They have no power, no authority, but they want to wield it. Isn't that funny? Yeah, with their friends and third parties. It's all about their image. Now they want to come in and reconcile. This is not ideal. It's not your wish fulfillment. I doubt very much they feel shame. They shouldn't be proud of themselves. I don't know. It's got nothing to feel proud of. This is not wish fulfillment, losing hope of them reconciling with you maybe. They're out of money, they're in debt, no new beginnings, didn't want to take a practical approach or learn their lessons in life. They're very immature. Or finding out a child's not theirs. Don't want to put the work in, they're lazy and disrespectful. They definitely bore false witness. Lied. They don't want to start over. They're scared. That's what it is. They don't want to start over. Too much like work. So they'd rather hang on to what they have. They're scared. There's a lot of lies and illusions. They don't know how you think or what you think. You have intuition here. You have high wisdom. Maybe they're going to try to find somebody to give them some good counsel. They're in their emotions. They were doing stuff in the dark. They don't want to pay you if there's a divorce or children involved. They're not happy. No truth or clarity. That you remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. And you are using your intuition. You're a good parent, male or female. This is a big cup of love. And they don't want to heal. There will be no reconciling here, okay? It's their way or the highway. It's not fair. It's imbalanced. Someone's very impatient. They want it when they want it. Yeah, they're not going to change. Look at this. Still juggling. They just want to come back in from out of the cold. This is financial ruin for them, possibly, if you leave. If you leave. Wow. Haven't heard that song in a long time. Yeah, Knight of Swords. This is somebody that's abusive. Okay, so they're discombobulated now. They could have gotten handsy or threatened you, or you could be afraid. They're reckless. Okay, so you might have had to call the cops, or you might have to, or somebody else did. Okay, they're not willing to change. They anger easily. This is a permanent, profound loss for them. They keep doing it over and over again. Whatever they do, they don't want to stop. Okay, they're not learning lessons here. They don't want things to end. They're going through a dark night of the soul, possibly. You were able to put your past hurts behind. They're very, very, very all over the place. Secrets are not coming out, or they were talking mad shit. Yeah, this is something that's malicious, ruthless. They don't care about anybody but themselves. They're careless. They're really cruel. Or they're finding out they're not the father you are. Take it for whatever this is. But they're emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. And you don't want any part of it. They want to come and open up or claim they're going to open up emotionally. I don't think so. They could be drinking and in their feels, not in control of their emotions. Yeah, they want to unburden themselves maybe when they're drinking. They want to call you, take some action towards you, but you're not cooperating with them. They can't find help elsewhere. They just broke up with a third party. Now they want to come back. They're not very cooperative. You don't get along with them. Any a third party situation or collaboration. Something to do with a contract. If you do have a home together or assets. Page of Swords. They're abusive. They're jealous. They just don't want you moving on. Okay, they're targeting you. They're stalking you, harassing you. Self-sabotage. This is what it's all about. Rumor, gossip, and slander. They're mad at you because you won't help them or other people won't help them. Won't cooperate. Go along with their program. You know what I'm saying? They're petty and they're cruel. They're a fool. You took a leap of faith. You have a new beginning, and how dare you? Yeah, maybe you took a leap of faith. You spoke your truth. Or you're going to the lawyers. This could be a doctor, a lawyer, an authority figure. Could be you, someone else, male or female. You spoke your truth. You set your boundaries, and you cut them out. You're not dealing with this anymore. Eight of Swords beneath that. They might be going to jail or wound up in jail. There could have been something here that they did. Got themselves in some financial problems. This could be a financial crime as well. But they got themselves in trouble here with the law. Or potentially will be. You read the Riot Act or somebody else did, okay? You're not putting up with bullshit. Yeah. Poor judgment. Judgment went against them. There's no second chances. They're getting karma. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They're sick. They're scared. This is a scandal. They don't want to heal. They didn't invest in you. They lost a lot of money. They have to relocate. They can't go any further. They still don't want to invest in love. There you go. Self-love, new love, true love. Okay, they're in their emotions. They're a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Materialistic, greedy, and selfish. Unfaithful. Can't trust them. Lazy. Manipulative. All scattered. Maybe at one point they left you unstable. Financially, physically, emotionally. No more. They don't know their value and their worth, or they don't recognize your own. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? Always wanting the name brands, going after the money, blah, blah, blah. Five of Pentacles out in the cold, going towards lack and loss. Going towards poverty. On the outside looking in. They're not feeling too confident, sure about themselves. Or whatever they did to you really played a havoc on your own confidence. You had to regain that, right? Five of Wands, you got to let this go. They were gaslighting you and playing mind games. Fighting, arguing, right? Finger pointing, blame game. You took the high road and you walked away. You're not engaging. You don't want this drama in your life any longer. 5-5, if this resonates. Even if you had to cut corners financially, even though you had to go without for a while, it's preferable than having to deal with this bullshit. Yeah. 6, yeah. This is not going anywhere, not equally yoked. Could be a financial situation they're going through, or they placed you in bankruptcy or something like that. There's no give and take here anymore. You're not going to be putting yourself out for this person. Yeah, somebody's in debt for sure. They can't play games with you anymore. They're in debt, or they placed you in debt. Somebody's unbalanced. It was unfair how they treated you. Yeah, somebody's coming in to speak the truth, or you know the truth. You spoke your truth. Truth and clarity. This is a breakthrough for you. It's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Or maybe you're going to have to speak your truth. It's over. You could be speaking your truth online as well. You're letting it go. You're free. Free to go. Free to go where you need to go. They can't restrict you, hold you back, or bind you. You got to let them go. It's all superficiality. This person's really insincere and insecure. It is what it is. They kept you trapped, sacrificing for them. They would never sacrifice for you. It's a waste of time. This is destiny, okay? This is fate. All their lies are unraveling before everybody's eyes. It's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. This is divine timing and change. Your wheel is now moving, okay? It's no longer stagnant. They can't stall or hold you back any longer. You're very fortunate, by the way, okay? Follow your heart. You know, they say, and I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing, okay? But they say there's... you and your soulmates have a string. You're tied to one another. It doesn't matter how far, where in the world you are, how far. Eventually, that string is, you're going to find yourselves, you know, because you're tied. So whoever's really meant for you is out there. Trust and believe. You're done with this person. Yep. You avoided a catastrophe. This is ruin for them. It's never to be revisited again. You learned your lessons. I told you, it's all about learning lessons here. You're full of manipulation here, okay? Two-faced, out of control, don't want to take accountability. Maybe magic, I don't know. A lot of illusions, though, over a long period of time. Giving off the impression or the illusion that they have integrity, loyalty, and honesty, and that they're worthy and they're of value. But you're not, type of thing, but you truly are. You have the integrity. You're reliable, dependable, responsible, and mature. You're not lazy. You do what you need to do. So that's why they want to manipulate you. They want to come back in. They dragged their feet long enough trying to, before committing to you. Now they're going to lie to you some more. Drag their feet, lie to you some more. I want to commit. It's a test. We're all being tested in this world. So Five of Swords is embarrassing and disgraceful. It's because you let them go. You hurt their pride and their ego. Now they can't get you off their mind because you let them go. Sounds like a narc. You don't let them go. They let us go. You know what I'm saying? They have a grudge against you. They're going to have to let you go. Let go of the past. You're not going back there. There's unrequited love. It could be something to do with children as well. There's a lot of trauma and trauma bonding. This person needs to address their inner childhood wounding. They didn't give you your flowers. It wasn't reciprocal. Yeah, it's a poser, a player. They bit off more than they can chew. There's a coward down deep inside. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. It's all about their image, how they look in front of people, putting on a show. Right? It's all arrogance, egotistical, conceit, pride. And now they're angry. They're quick to anger here. 10 of Cups. Family, emotional fulfillment or happiness. That's the 10, ending something that's comfortable for them. Ending it with a family or a group. Ending their happiness. Yeah, Angel de la Nuit in reverse is fallen angel potentially. Got addictions, obsessions that go to extremes, inappropriate behavior. I know it's not the Temperance card, but I look at it as if it were the Temperance card, okay? This person's no angel, put it that way. If they're trying to convince you they've changed and mended their ways, they have not. Or maybe they're trying to paint you as something dark. Joint evolution. You and others are growing together, supporting each other. Maybe that's really burning a hole through their ass. I don't know. That you're coming into contact with people that are more like you. And you're happy. Quiet contentment. You are happy. You don't have to go out and brag and talk about it. You're just happy, relieved. I'm picking up a relief. They're hurting here, or they hurt you a lot. They hurt a lot of people. They're surrounded by toxic people. They are a toxic person. They are very toxic. Or this person and their friends, their so-called friends that they're having relations with, getting something out of. They're all toxic. You don't want to live in toxicity. Obscurity. Secrets, mysteries, concealing. You're standing firm, wide awake, clean and decisive. It's over. Finality. Farewells. Leave behind enclosure. Empty room. No people. The end. An opportunity. If it is a narcissist, and I'm not a therapist or a doctor, by any means, an expert in this. I just know that I do attract them. I've had dealings with them. They can't be alone, not for 5 minutes. Okay? I knew somebody couldn't be alone to eat a meal. He had to pick up the phone on speakerphone, call people as he was eating. It used to drive me crazy. It's so rude. Chewing in your ear. Because they couldn't be alone. And yes, heavy duty narc. But I digress. That's their problem, not mine. Let's see. Look at this deck. Where are we going with this? What is the final message for the collective on this fine Sunday? I hope you've had a great day. It's great weather. Okay, so we have 4. Taking back your power, bossing up. Could be a divine masculine energy. Male or female. Boss, father, leader. But this is taking back your power. You have power, your authority. You have authority over your life. We all do. You're making the right decisions for everyone involved. Congratulations. 24, 6 in reverse. Yeah, parting ways, the karmics here is a one too many in this relationship. It's a lesson. It wasn't a blessing. Poor decisions, they're getting some consequences. So it was all one side of this relationship. You peeped their game. 15 reverses, devil in reverse, lovers in reverse, and emperor. You peeped their game. You saw through the illusions. You broke free. You're not doing toxic. You're not doing vile, I heard. Wow. You're not codependent. You don't need them. They need you. Definitely 26 is 8. You have strength and courage here. Resilience. Empress energy, divine feminine energy. Congratulations. 4. Amaranth longing, martyrdom, regret, past mistakes. So they're acting like a martyr. They martyred you. They're regretting what they've done. Maybe you're regretting too. I mean, I regretted relationships I got into, but there's nothing you can do about it. You can't beat yourself up over it. You've got to take it for what it was and learn. Move forward. Don't dwell. It's not your fault. I mean, yes and no. We have to take accountability, but it was a lesson. You learned your lessons. Congratulations. You passed, okay? It wasn't pleasant, but you made it. You may feel after a long personal journey that you have had to make sacrifices in order to change things. Although your journey has been long and at times difficult, life often works out for the best, even though you may be questioning the motives of others and if this has all been in vain. I assure you it's not. There's a sense you may be feeling unfocused, lost, unloved, and uncertain of which path you should now take. The stability of what you once were familiar with will now change, and although you may feel fearful of the changes ahead, moving forward can only be a good thing. Don't stagnate. Move forward. Don't go back. Okay, some people do. There's a good reason for it. But if somebody's cheating on you, lying to you, using you, don't go back. This is a time of no regrets, as looking back serves no purpose. Use the negative aspects of past experience as your greatest lessons and gain strength from this. It's said life never throws us more than we can handle. This is your time to show the world what you are truly made of. And yourself, if you haven't done so already. You've got it in you. Okay, we all do. 24. Home is the kingdom, stability and action. The house in the distance represents stability, but you're looking for a new challenge, a sense of freedom, the need to spread your wings and allow them to take you wherever you need to be at this time. You're in a privileged position of having options open to you, but you must now take action rather than dreaming about what might be. It's easy to let life pass you by, but life is for living to the full, and situations can change for the better or worse in a heartbeat. Now is the time to embrace the moment. Know that you have the support behind you to change your path if you choose. It's only you stopping you from moving on. There's a feeling of being stuck in limbo. Change your vibration by acting soon. So raise your vibrations. Ask for guidance. Your path will open up in front of you as if by magic, okay? Just keep doing you. Keep healing. Keep doing that reflection, that inner search. Connect with your spirit guides. Connect with God. Connect with yourself. What makes you happy? And be ready for an opportunity to pop up. Sometimes people are very shy, don't know what to say, and that's what's kept you from taking advantage of opportunities that were meant for you in the past, possibly. I know I did. I've had to learn how to say, hey, I like that. I want to do that. Or, you know what I mean? How can I speak up? Speak your truth. The worst anybody can say is no or get lost. You know what I mean? No harm done. Don't take it personally. Just move on, right? If it's not for you. So 15, autumn virtuoso. By autumn, something might be happening. Releasing ties, creativity, achievement. Creativity is an important part of our lives. When our creativity is stifled, we fail to thrive and we lack true purpose. If you're feeling overwhelmed with mundane tasks, it's time to step back and take a moment to reflect on what you really want. I'm hearing the Spice Girls now. There's a sense of exhaustion as you try too hard to please others. It's time to nurture your needs. The ivy in this card represents clinging to old habits which no longer serve you. It's time to let go of negative energy. All negative energy, including your own. This morning I was moving my body around, trying to move stagnant energy, clean the house, remove stagnant, especially in the corners. That's where darkness likes to hide. Remove all stagnant energy. Just move. The ivy in this card, okay, where am I? You're a creative soul, and whatever your skills or desires may be, you need to follow your heart and seek what makes you happy. Symbolically, violins represents the ability to achieve more. Start looking for a new and ambitious path. You will feel a huge sense of relief when you discover what destiny has in store for you. It's all about searching, right? What we're looking for is looking for us, in essence. Trust and believe. You'll know it when you see it, when it's for you. Don't jeopardize, okay? Do the work, put the work in. Where we go with this? 2, getting on path, making that decision. Stick to it. Persistence, patience, progress, steadfast. Goal, manifestation, preparation. Choose a path and stick to it. Mickey Making slow and steady progress, this card signifies the need for patience and consistent effort while working toward a significant goal or manifestation. Ensure that all aspects of your plan are organized and aligned. So if anything's misaligned, get rid of it, change it, do what you need to do. 3, 4, 5, falling into place here. Wow. Personal power. Personal power, strength, change, reflection, empowerment, future creation. You have the personal power and strength to create the changes you desire in your life. It's all in keeping. Reflect on your current situation and identify areas of dissatisfaction. Your future is in your hands and depends on how you choose to shape it. You are the captain of your ship, the master of your soul. 1414, light up. Healing is all about balance, right? 14, temperance. Mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook and quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Congratulations. You might be getting a new fur baby. I don't know. Might be expecting. Congratulations. And it could be your child or a grandchild or a niece or nephew. Something good is coming, okay? It's going to show you. It did me, okay? After I got rid of certain lifestyles, certain people, certain belief systems, or belief in relationships and stuff, not systems, but, you know, where I had to take it on the chin. If you love somebody, it's a labor of love. I've changed that, and I'm slowly am starting to see that there's more to life, more to the mundane, more than having to live my life according to what somebody else wants, to their needs, what's more convenient for them, because it's my life, it's not theirs. It has to be what's convenient for me as well. So that's what I'm saying about you. I really feel that you're finding your groove. You're finding what's for you, what's not. You're making peace with it. And you're happy. It's exciting. I'm feeling a little bit of butterflies in my stomach of what's to come. I mean, the possibilities are endless for you, right? For each and every one of us. Okay. Come back here. Witchcraft just popped out, so they could have been doing some witchcraft or accused you of it. And remember, gossip is a form of spell work too, okay? Just take it for whatever it is. Maybe it was an error, it popped out, maybe it's not. There's never any coincidences. I don't believe anyways. That's my opinion though. Couple of these and then we'll end it. Thank you. Shattered. They wanted you to be shattered. They're shattered. Crushed, sadness, broken heart, and panic attack. They're under a great deal of stress. Or maybe this is you. It's time to calm down and look around you and say, I can do this, okay? Maybe the divine's gifting you with something, or somebody's coming in to gift you something, okay? Oh no, they want to come back in and give you a gift and make you more promises. Somebody's indecisive about it. They want to surprise you. Maybe they're getting help from other people, collaborating with other people to do this. Maybe you're working on something and this ex wants to come in and work with you because they have no money. I don't know. This is like backup. They have backup people. They have backup people in the background. Yeah, this person's lost, okay? Running away, emptiness, feeling invisible, cutting off. Yeah, so they're being stopped here. X. It's an X for a reason. What I'm picking up is if they didn't do anything DV with you, didn't threaten you, you didn't have to call the cops, or there's something to do with the courts, they have to go to court for something. If it's not you, it's somebody they were dealing with, and they're in trouble, and they have no money, they got kicked out or something like that, and they think, oh, it's going to be so easy to get back into your good graces. You've always been there for them. You were, to them, malleable. They could work you, and yeah, just to get on their feet again and then go back and do what they do. That's what I'm picking up. So it's up to you whether you want that again. I don't think you do. I think you're finding out life without them is way better. You have a lot of opportunities. You can get far in life, healing, happy, love. You know what I mean? You need trust in your life. You need to be able to trust whomever you're dealing with. This person is not trustworthy. They're not willing to heal. They're not even willing to concede that they are lying, that they're using, that they're cheating. It's everybody else's fault, right? So congratulations. Keep going. You have a beautiful future ahead of you. Hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.